looking like some storms coming our way on this gray sky kind of day. In fact, it's already raining right now. I'm getting dropped on little bops of rain. This is going to be a short day. In fact, I don't know how long I'm going to be able to stay out given the arrival of, what's this, leftovers of Tropical Storm Fred, Hurricane Fred. We're going to have rain coming throughout the day, so blah. Anyway, let's start the day with food. Usually I end the day with food, but just because today might end early, why don't we start with lunch? And then if we have time, we'll have a second lunch. Other than that, I put up a poll this morning. You guys said you either wanted me to go off the beaten track today or to the White House. No surprise. You guys love to see the White House. So we might go down there, but maybe we can find a different way to get down there today. Go through some part of town I haven't shown you before. See something new. Unless we get wet. Okay, so because we don't have a lot of time to eat, we're gonna head down to a Rockland's, the barbecue joint. You see me eat at a lot? And there's a couple of them in DC area. There's one in Virginia, there's one here. Actually, I thought about going, actually, no, maybe we'll go somewhere else. But to go somewhere else, I'm gonna need a faster mode of transport, else I'm gonna get soaking wet. So guys, we've decided we're gonna spin over the bridge into Virginia, which is, it's gonna be about a mile or two of a bike ride. It'd be too long on a scooter. Though when the scooters go on the bridge, they magically speed up. You see, the District of Columbia limits scooter speed to 10 miles an hour. But once you get over the bridge, you're in Virginia, and the scooters go up to 16, 17 miles an hour. It's actually kind of fun. Oh, but Rockland's is smelling really good today. Barbecue. Oh, I'm gonna get hit. Didn't get hit. Thought about it. This guy thought about hitting me, but he didn't, which is nice of him. Back in Georgetown. The campus is over here. We could swing by. I don't think we have many students showing up yet, but I don't know, let's take a look. We're seeing a few students walking around. They had that I'm a new student, I've got my parents with me kind of look. Definitely freshmen. Upperclassmen, they're like, no, go away, I can go back to school on my own. Yeah, there's a lot of kids showing up here now. Oh, sorry. Oh, wow. In fact, there's like a new student orientation today. Yeah. It's like a big mixer here on the campus of Georgetown University. So lots of freshmen arriving for their first week of university. All right. Oh, there's a broken bus. Broken bus needs a broken bus tower. That's one big tow truck. I don't know how they got that tow truck down these back streets. I don't know how they're going to get that bus out of these back streets. These are very, very narrow turns. But heck, he's a professional. He'll figure a way. Oh, there's the library. I told you before when we were up there, it goes down several floors. On this side, you can actually see all the floors that it goes down. Okay, let's go through the stop sign here. It is now officially sprinkling. Not raining, but sprinkling. So here are the transformers. I've shown you this. This guy put up 2 transformers in front of his house. The city came in and said, no transformers for you. And they've ordered them to be removed. Oh my, the Tombs. Is the Tombs reopened? Hell's bells, I could eat at the Tombs. Nope, they're closed. Those girls just went down. That's the Exorcist steps. And we're gonna have to take a break, guys. The rain has seriously picked up. It's gonna be a temporary thing, I'm sure. But, oh, it's a good branch. We are stopped momentarily. So the forecast, I don't know if you for those of you who've been through hurricanes, it never is just like massive deluge for hours upon hours on end. It's a series of bands. So you get some rain, you get some like clearing, and then rain and clearing. In fact, here comes our first clearing. Not much of a clearing. But I think we're going to be hugging some trees and overhangs for the next bit. I should have gone to Rocklands. Never get off the boat. Never get off the boat. There's a homeless camp up here. I can duck through this homeless camp. There we go. Alrighty, we're on the bridge. Woo-hoo, heading to Virginia, where the rain seems to be coming from, to be honest. And you're looking up the Potomac towards Langley and McLean, CIA headquarters up there. Oh, there's a big boat dock down there. Lots of canoes and kayaks. I gotta hold on to my hat. It's a little windy here. Washington Monument, the White House, all that stuff is that direction. We are heading this direction. I brought you guys here before, usually on foot. This is a parking garage. Yes, a parking garage in Arlington, Virginia. But it's a very, very famous parking garage. This is the parking garage where Deep Throat met Carl Woodward of the Washington Post. This is where the Watergate trial got their clues. Mark Felt, the number 2 at the FBI, was cooperating with the Washington Post to give information on the Watergate trial, or the Watergate case, and he would steer the Washington Post towards or away certain stories. Nixon actually tasked Mark Felt with finding out who was Deep Throat, even though it was himself. All right, so seems kind of fitting. After the Vietnam War, the United States government relocated thousands of Vietnamese soldiers and government officials to the Washington, D.C. area. They quickly set up a shops selling Vietnamese food and opened what was known as Little Saigon here in Arlington, Virginia. One of the original places was Pho 75, and this place is legendary. Yeah, Pho Ga, large Diet Coke. Yep. Yeah, sure. You guys have heard me whine about the Chinese food is awful, but the Vietnamese food in the Washington, D.C. area is some of the best in the country, and even comparable to some of the stuff you might get back in Vietnam. There is a giant shopping mall just down the road. I'm going to take you to another time. It's all Vietnamese restaurants. It's about 50 Vietnamese shops, bakeries, and restaurants. It's called the Eden Center. We'll go there one day. But first, let's eat my lunch. That's 14. That's fine. So I had a poll this morning on my YouTube channel before it got all messed up, and I said, where do you want to go today? What should I film? And one of the options was the White House, which of course most of you wanted me to go to the White House. But another option that got a lot of votes was somewhere off the beaten path. And for that, I picked this. This is a presidential monument in the middle of the Potomac River, just across from Georgetown. This is definitely off the beaten path because it's really hard to get here. You can take a boat, you can take a bike, or you can drive on one tiny little road with one little pull-off and arrive here at this island. Hey, boy. Hey. So as I mentioned, this is actually a presidential memorial. Welcome to Teddy Roosevelt Island. Teddy Roosevelt Island in the middle of the Potomac. It's a hidden memorial to President Roosevelt. Was he the 26th president of the United States? 1900 and 1908. And he was the great conservationist, the man who helped set up the national park system, the man who himself was a cowboy, led the Rough Riders, etc. And this memorial out here is dedicated to his life, some of his famous quotes. And it's also a really good hiking trail just across from the Kennedy Center. Lots of his inspiring quotes. Only those are fit to live who do not fear to die, and none are fitter to die who have shrunk from the joy of life and the duty of life. There's a good quote down here on diplomacy, if I remember right. Yeah, well, we are under the flight path of National Airport. You can see planes coming into Reagan National. So it is a bit noisy. The sun just came out after like 3 seconds of rain, so it's also quite humid. This is one of his famous quotes. If I must choose between righteousness and peace, I choose righteousness. So, Teddy Roosevelt Island is off the beaten path. It's pretty hard to get to, as I mentioned, and not a lot of people come out here. Now, for those of you who have young kids, this island is actually very special because of Mr. Beast. Now, Mr. Beast is one of the top YouTubers in the world. His videos generate millions of views a day, and to be honest, they're actually quite funny. About a week ago, Mr. Beast released a video where he was chased by an FBI agent from North Carolina all the way up into Washington, D.C. And one of the places Mr. Beast decided to hide was this island. If you watch closely, you'll see Mr. Beast and his friends come paddling over to this island on a boat and then be chasing each other around the island. Mr. Beast actually got lost before they finally found this bridge. Mr. Beast took off, saw one of his subscribers, gave him a handful of money, and then continued on with his video. So those of you who have kids who watch Mr. Beast, you can watch the Mr. Beast I Escaped from the FBI, and you'll recognize this island and this bridge. Sounds like even the ducks are walking. It might be safer if I go back into Georgetown even. Stay just a little bit ahead of the storm. So this is the Teddy Roosevelt Bridge, I-66. This is actually a really beat up old bridge, but it is good at providing some cover from the rain, and it looks like I might be here a few minutes. So we took a gander at the weather radar, and my goal was to go to the Memorial Bridge and then over to the Lincoln Memorial, but the radar is now saying that the Memorial Bridge, it's already getting clobbered by a much heavier cell than this bridge, which is only about a half a mile away. So we're gonna try to zip across this bridge as fast as we can and find some shelter on the other side before the heavy stuff comes down. This is gonna be a very wet and a very fast sprint across the bridge. I don't know why that radar's messed up. Looks clear over there. So the storms are moving from sort of the south and to the north. So from your right-hand side to your left, and normally they come in behind me and go into the city, west to east. A little different today. Oh, we got a good view of these buildings. So that gray stone building that you see in front of you, and the red brick building to the left with the little dome on there, those are the original buildings of the Central Intelligence Agency. The CIA's original headquarters was right over there. Now, they've moved, of course. Their headquarters is now out in Langley, Virginia, but the CIA still operates out of those two buildings on the grounds of the old U.S. Naval Observatory down here in Foggy Bottom. Those are still CIA offices. Not entirely sure what department of CIA is there, but it's still listed as being the CIA. Now we're at the Kennedy Center. A little bit of an artsy place. I'm gonna try to get out of this. without getting wet. That's a horse. That's kind of rando. Rain seems to be keeping the numbers down a little bit. But there's still a few tourists out here. And down over there. Let's dock the bike and go for a walk, yeah? And just like that, the sun comes back out. At least for a few moments. We've got a little bit of blue skies. It's actually kind of warm, to be honest. But I'm sure it's going to get dark again very, very soon. The Park Service is now cracking down on those illegal water bottle sellers, saying that the water is sometimes refilled bottles of water that you buy on the street. Yuck. Okay, guys, seriously, I'm just down from the Lincoln Memorial. In the time it took to walk from the Lincoln Memorial to here, this is what happened to the sky. I know a lot of you guys write to me and say, oh, this can't be today because when I looked, you know, there was raining and it's not raining in Washington, or it's sunny and it's not sunny in Washington. Guys, the weather changes like that. I mean, literally, this is 15 minutes later from what I just, you know, running away from the storm. And yeah. This is the Federal Reserve's office in Washington, D.C. Though the Federal Reserve governors usually come in the back door. You don't actually see them come through the main door, basically ever. CNBC and Bloomberg and all those other guys, they stake out the back door whenever there's a governor's meeting. This is the Department of the Interior, one of their buildings. I think this is Interior. Yeah. The next one is OAS, Organization of American States. Or they? Whew, it's actually now warm. So it's hot and humid. Look at that. The skies have just like magically cleared away in the last 15 minutes. I have no doubt it's going to get crazy again in a half hour. But like I said, it's a bunch of bands of rain. Unbelievable. Literally the bluest of blue skies. There's another scooter recovery vehicle. So those guys grab the scooters. They get like $5 a scooter to recharge them. So we're back on the south lawn and a new fence has popped up. Let me take you around this screen.
Knock it off. Stop it.
So you can see they put up some sort of Jersey barriers around what used to be the fountain there. And then there's a new brown plywood wall. I'm sure they're going to paint that green. Here you can see the White House beehive. I didn't even know they had one until about a month ago. But let's go around over here. Now from this angle you can see an excavator digging right over there, yeah? There are 1, 2, I can see 3 excavators at the moment. 2 of these yellow ones, and then there's an orange one kind of hiding in the trees over there. And then there's a small one behind this crane. Let's make this technically 4. And it looks like some big black pipes or something over there. Let's go to the telephoto. So now we've got the super lens on. Looks like, what is that thing? Is that a pipe? That black pipe they're putting in? Maybe, kind of. Can't make it out. Let's go bigger. No, it's something else. I'm not sure what that is. I switched over to the super zoom, but we lose focus. That big gray thing, I mean, it looks like a pickup truck bed. I mean, it's not a pickup truck bed by any stretch. But that's what it looks like. It looks like the thing you put in the back of a pickup truck. Hey guys, sorry to interrupt the video. I'm editing at my kid's soccer practice. I know what that is now. That's a chain link fence with a green tarp. I just couldn't make it out when I was looking at it real time because it was just, well, I just couldn't make it out. But now that I'm editing the video, it's pretty clear. Of course, magnified like double. It's not a pickup truck, but it's got that kind of corrugated kind of surface to it, if that makes any sense. I'm not sure what that is. There's a purple tent back there. So Pennsylvania Avenue has been repaved. It's pretty much normal, but what I've been told is that they're going to acid wash it and make it look like this road, which has this like stone beige kind of color. So that's going to come up probably this week or so, or next, and they're going to change the color of the road so it matches the surrounding roads. So this is where the visitors come out. This is the construction I've been showing you for weeks, months even. And somebody wanted to have a longer look at it. They put up a fence to keep people from falling into that little hole. It's not very deep, it's about 4 feet maybe, but it's not just replacing the sidewalk. Definitely doing something else. Well, let's go down to the West Wing. So we're here in front. There's a bunch of groundskeeper type vehicles over there. It looks like they're doing some grass work or some sort of lawn work. These flowers look new in front of the fountain. Maybe I just haven't been paying attention to the flowers. As a lot of you mentioned, the chandelier that was over the entrance was removed. We saw a crew about 2 weeks ago working on it, and then boom, it was gone. So I guess that's being repaired. There's that construction I just showed you. Other than that, there's not much going on the north lawn. Nothing like the south lawn, though. I thought there were some tents being built over by the press gallery, the entrance to the West Wing. There's a few TV crews out right now. That's Pebble Beach. That's where the TV crews do their evening stand-ups. They're 24/7 basically. So through there you can see the Marine Guard at the White House door. He's just next to that column. You can probably see his white gloves. And he opens and closes the door for people coming in and out of the West Wing. He's one of the 4 Marine sentries on duty. There's a big old truck pulling out. They often have like caterers and stuff arrive, but I don't think that's a catering truck. All right, guys, so it is now about 3 o'clock. Just about an hour or so ago, it was all sunny, and here we go again, back into the storms.